Alright. Like. There we go. Alright guys, welcome to the HB official live stream. I am Keith, the community manager of the HB Studios. I'm joined by a special guest today, Fusion. How are you, sir?
Not bad, not bad.
Hey,
Played some golf with you.
yeah, he's going to join me on. We're going to do a little designer showcase here. I'm going to play, I think I got about 6 courses lined up. Going to play about 4 holes of each, and then after that, we're going to go check out my rustic course, work in progress. I had streamed on Monday. I forgot what hole was I up to, about the 5th hole or so, and then I figured out kind of where I was going to lay out the rest of the front 9 on that stream, but I've been busy. I've got the whole front 9 done, and I'm into, I don't know, 10, 11. I might be working on 12 now. I finished 18 as well, so I got a number of holes done on that. So I'll show you guys what that looks like as well. Alright, so first course we're going to check out Trump Turnberry New Elsa 2016 by Colin Mafia. Actually, it's the Sunday version, not 2016. He's got quite a few published there, so I think this is the latest one. So let's give this one a play. Just get everything set up here. Okay. If you're watching along, you're more than welcome to join in. I got the AutoAd friends on, so anybody who wants to jump on these courses can do that.
Alright, so I gotcha.
Move that out of the way. Let's see. What's up, Smurfblade? I see he's in the chat. Storm, I logged in earlier and it said watch HB's last broadcast. I was like, no, last. And I just meant no. Smurf says, congratulate Tarantula by thy smashing course. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's going to be tested. It's going to be put to the test this week when the best of the best head there for the PGA. I'm going to go hide and watch those scores come in and cry.
It was a terrible course until a little bit of last minute beta testing. I fixed it all up.
Who helped beta test that? You'd never guess. Alright, so here we go. This is Trump Turnberry New Elsa Sunday. This is by Colin Mafia. I am not really familiar with the course, so in terms of real course recreation, I can't comment on that. Only just kind of what I see. I don't really know the course well enough really at all to comment there, so let's give it a whirl. Alright. So green seam maybe in medium, 148 speed, it's a little bit on the slower side.
That is correct.
There you go. This is the Highlands theme, it looks like. Like I said, if anybody else out there, they want to jump on, I'm on PC, so keep that in mind. But I got the AutoAd friends on, so you'll pop up on the card if you want to jump on. Doing 4 holes. I have 6 courses lined up. After this one, I'll read the rest to you, and so you guys will know what we're gonna jump out. Jax, I'm fairly new on TGC. What's the best way of making friends online and be able to play whenever I see a friend online? If you head to the HB forums, Jack, there is a list in each of the sections. I'm not sure what platform you're on, but each platform has its own specific section, and in there's a space to put your gamer tag or PS ID, what have you, Steam name, and you can add people from there.
Yep, there's also the TGC Tours forums as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people on there, so I'm sure you can find someone to play with.
For sure. He's on PS4. Okay, yeah. Look in the HB forums, look in the PS4 section. It should be right there at the top when you go into that section. It'll say post your PS4 IDs or Well, they're not called gamer tags. That's Xbox, but IDs or something like that. You see it right there at the top. There's a big long list. Add your name into there, and I'm sure if you add some people, you'll get some friend requests. All right. So here we are, number 2, par 4, 424. Ooh, not bad. So going on right now, HB, a wacky par 3 design contest. It's a one hole, looking for just one hole. Give it your wackiest ideas, whatever you can come up with. You want to make it look as good as you possibly can. You know, I don't want just something that's an auto hole in one. I don't want that. Not looking for something like a green on top of a 200-foot spike. You know, that's basically impossible. But use your imaginations, whatever you can come up with. So we got a little contest going. There will be a prize. Official time frame is not really decided, but I would say within the next 2 weeks.
I didn't know about that. You gotta advertise that more.
It is being advertised. Head to the forums, take a look. It should be coming up soon on the ticker at the bottom. We're going to start utilizing that in game, so you'll.
That's good.
It was also, I think it was posted on the TGCT forums as well. Well, maybe in the shout box. It may not have been in the forum itself.
Posted in the forums. Permanent spots. Yeah, I didn't look at that.
Yeah, I've got.
We've got lots of things going on here. Real golf news. What is this?
Yeah, we added a real golf news section, so going to be expanding on that quite a bit in the near future. Going to have some announcements for that, and a special guest will be starting to. I wouldn't call him a guest anymore, but I think he's going to start adding some news. He's a PGA golf coach. And so we're going to be looking to add articles. He's going to add some instruction and information for real golf stuff. Maybe even do some videos. I'm going to hopefully maybe have him on next week. I'm going to try to have him on and introduce you to him. He's posted in the forums. He actually goes by PGA Golf Coach.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, really fun.
Yeah, I normally only check all platforms in general, because that's where most of the things happen.
Yep. Well, I look at everything. I just look at posts since I've been there, or whatever it's called, and, and read all the posts in there. Let's see. Oh, Jack, you're welcome. Oh, Smurfblade reaching out. There you go. Add Smurfblade. He's a good player. You'll learn quite a bit. You'll have some good matches there.
Good player. Understatement of the year. Ranked third.
Well, I didn't want to,
3 in the world.
I didn't want to blow his head up so he wouldn't be able to get through the door.
Well, still, only 3.
Yeah, he's got room for improvement. Come on now.
Exactly.
I missed it. Jack posted his ID there. Pierre Pan 53. So if anybody is on PS4, definitely add him. Come in place. Smurf said, any more live stream Q&As with Anthony comes soon, or is that a thing of the past? Who?
Who is correct?
Yeah, I've been trying, but haven't had much luck. I think the repeat of the same questions over and over again is.
Yeah, but it's been a long time.
But it's been a while. Yeah, we definitely need to have a stream. Alright. So, here we go. 4th hole. Right along the beach here. This is Trump Turnberry, New Elsa. This is the Sunday version. He's got a bunch of versions out there. This is by Colin Mafia. Oh, that's got to bounce up. Way short.
What are you wearing? I just looked at your outfit.
What am I wearing?
Yeah, it's pretty bright colours.
I am wearing the latest in style. It's pretty slick, no? I love it. Look at that, how it transitions from that green down into the blue, right into the pants. I mean, is that...
Yeah.
That is styling, my friend.
I don't know. You're like...
Yeah.
Luigi.
Oh, boy. Can't find good stylus these days, you know. All right, so there we go. That is 4 holes on Trump Turnberry, New Elsa Sunday. That's by Colin Mafia. So go out and give that one a play. We're going to move on so we can get in a bunch here. We're going to move on to the next course, and let me get you the name. So that one, next one's going to be Talina Pines by Mike 3000. Definitely looking forward. It's getting some really good feedback in the forums so far. That's Talina.
Which one?
Yeah, why is there 2? I didn't realize he did 2. There's a.
I guess it's CC.
I think it's the CC. I thought I remembered him publishing or mentioning 585 were the par. 3s, 4s, and 5s. So let's go with the CC.
Yeah.
Always look forward to Mike's courses. He's got some really nice ones out there. Alright, so let's move on to that one. Nice. Jacksonville, if a good, quote-unquote, good player wants to play with a newbie, I'm all for the learning. Yeah, you'll definitely learn a lot. Smurf, you're more than welcome to join me for a round whenever you see my line, Jack, so that's cool. Community coming together.
Look at
this. It's a beautiful thing.
Swiss theme.
Alright.
But it looks crazy. Look at all these bunkers.
Yeah, let's give it a look. I'll get a look out here. Wow. Just going up high a little bit. Some wild bunker work. Yep, definitely the Swiss theme. Obviously, you can see the snow peaks.
I don't even know where to hit this ball.
Alright, so, like I said, if anybody is on PC and you want to join us, feel free. Jump on the course. We got Auto Add Friends is on, so. Ooh, I'm watching you. Uh-oh. Wow, you just went through.
That's where I aimed.
Okay.
Just where I wanted to go.
Work it into the wind.
Everywhere.
And I might be following you. Oh, it's very firm. Yep, into the light rough. Adam Hills is just looking at the course. I can see why praise is being piled upon it. Yeah, I mean, right out of the gate, you know you're looking at a pretty nice looking course here. Okay, so I like the way he did that. I like definitely a designer you want to study and look how he's done things. Really nicely done how he's built the bunkers up into the slope. Not easy to do. And make them look good. So kind of taking that in. Alright, so 9 up a little bit. Wind's blowing hard here. Oh, I got maybe a little too close to the pin. Stay. Alright. This is Talina Pines. Hopefully pronouncing it properly. Right? Mike 3000. Nope. As I was starting to putt, I forgot to look at the green speed. 166. Okay.
Right, well.
Just looking at the card here. Let's see, about 68, just over 6,800 yards, par 72.
It's pretty short.
It is.
Short course.
Yeah, especially too when you think the firm fairways, you're gonna get a lot more roll out of it, unless it's set up where you can't really take advantage of that. We'll have to see, but it'll actually play probably a little shorter than the yardage. All right, so 170 down 27. The one thing you've got to make my course. The playing thing is going to be good. He is very good at that.
Yep. Can't disagree there.
No, definitely. Again, another point of emphasis. Take a look at how he's done his planting. All the designers out there can learn from that. Try and emulate. And the neat part too is when you look, it's not just that front view, because now I'm off to the side of the pin, but now you look at you look across the green. Look at that. You got great views in all directions. That's the sign of some good work there. Oh, missed it.
So where would you be in the world if you came across this golf course?
Oh,
Kind of difficult to put your finger on it, really.
very difficult. With that, I mean, with the background, snow-capped mountains, that rules out quite a bit as to where you could be. I don't know. Trying to think, what does this remind me of? This, I mean, obviously I'm not well versed in world travels, but I mean, if I'm thinking U.S., I would think somewhere out west, like that would be the Rockies, maybe the foothills of the Rockies or something. I don't know. It's a tough call.
So the difficulty in this course is not in the distance. It's firm and it's narrow. You got to really be accurate on your tee shots.
I just actually bounced it through the rough next to the bunker, and it worked out perfect. Kicked right out to the middle of the fairway. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking around. I like the way it's done the sculpting and things. Good. Okay, so 135. You're down 12. Where do you guys in chat? Where do you think? Where could you picture this being his last course? Now the name is escaping me. The last course. I mean, geez, I thought I was in North Carolina playing it. It just completely had that total feel with the pines and all the waste bunkers and things. I don't know what Massara is sticking in my head, but I don't think it was Massara, was it?
No, I think that was a few courses, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, Foss Mill? Maybe Foss Mill? Is that his last one?
He's made quite a few.
Yeah. That course for sure. I would have, if you asked me, I would have said North Carolina or South Carolina, somewhere in that range for sure. Alright, so there's 3. This is the 4th hole, par 5. Oh, look at that. Is that cart path? Oh, nice. Look how you made cart path on top of the bridge, sort of. Oh, very cool. It's another thing you'll find almost every my course. You find something innovative or something really cool, like that one course that had the plowed field. I mean, that was that was wild.
Yeah, that tee shot.
Trying to work it around the trees. Nice. Alright, 264 into this wind. You're probably not going to get there, but let's take a look back. Look at all that bunkering on the left. Good lord.
Yeah, but it does take quite a while in the designer.
Well, just to make it look good, and then all that sculpting, it's quite difficult to pull that off. Alright, so into the wind, you're definitely not getting home in 2, but take a look. The pin is kind of set up on top up there. Took a little off the pitch. Hit it just too far. Alright, so this is Talina Pines Golf Club, or Country Club, by Mike 3000. Alright, definitely go give this one a play, and just like the last course in this one, hit more by designer. You find a bunch more courses. Both guys have put out a number of courses so far. Oh, I want to keep going, but nope, gotta move on.
Move on.
Moving on, I'll be back. I have all the courses written down. It's a big, huge backlog that I've been trying to get back to. So, alright, so the next one is going to be Congressional by Rod81 Simo. Let's have a look at that.
Which Congressional?
Good question. He is on PS4. Well, I think it's fairly recent, so I'm going to guess the CC Thursday. Let's see. I'll hit more by designer. Did he do PGA West Palmer course? Yeah, Royal Ballylow. That's his. So that Oops.
Probably the same as this one, as the US Open. I'm guessing.
I passed it. So I'm going to do the Congressional CC Thursday.
Okay.
Let's go to that one. 74-31. Fast greens. Par 71.
Alright.
Alright, so let's see. What theme? It's tough now. The themes get a little bit tougher now that you can change the textures. A lot of times I look for the background.
Yeah, that's
to
probably
try
the
to-
only guaranteed way of
And if
working
it,
it out.
this might actually be Boreal with the colors changed.
You reckon?
I'm looking at the trees too. I mean, I guess you can sort of tell by what trees are used. I mean, it has a lot of the pines in here and things, but I don't see. I mean, maybe he just didn't use them. The bushy
Yeah, I
trees
think
look the
I think
rustic.
it's- You can tell by the ambient noise as well.
Good call. All right, so Congressional CC Thursdays by Rod 81 Simo. Oh, let's see how. What would you say? You think the fairways are firm? Definitely medium, maybe firm. Got a pretty decent roll out of that. Come up here. Oh, this could be nice. Yeah, very nice. Green speed's 182, so they're up there. They're pretty good. Ooh, just catches for the bird. Alright, so we go to number 2. It's a par 3, long par 3.
Mm.
Ooh, toughie. 222. With the wind, but it is uphill.
Need to bring a hybrid along.
Hmm. Yeah, I snuck that into my bag. It's my HB cheat code for the hybrid. Oh, I tried to draw it around in there. I think I. Oh, zip, get up. No, bunker. Darn.
I ran it along the edge.
Hmm. Alright. Lie's not too
Oh my
bad.
goodness, my putting is atrocious. Oh wow. What is that?
Ooh. They're rolling out down by me here. 11-footer. There you go. Nice little up and down out of the bunker.
And a bit more break.
Ooh, a bogey. Uh-oh. Alright, so third hole here, 449. Did nice work with the cart paths going through there. Looks like he did just kind of starting paths, and then they kind of end out in and run out into the fairway. Alright, so 265. Let's rip the driver down there and very clean looking course. Looks like he did a pretty good job here. Again, I'm not as familiar. This is an RCR. I don't know the course well enough to comment on that, but just in terms of the game, it looks pretty good to me.
I agree. I'm not very good at real courses.
Yeah,
So
a few of them I know, but not many that I could, specifically tell you. Again, another course though. It seems to have gotten some good feedback in the forums, so I think he did a pretty good job with it. 10-footer. Oh, get there. Oh, lips out.
it's not going to be a course for speed golf. I'll tell you that one.
I'm looking at that slope going back the other way.
Some of these slopes are very slow.
It could make a very interesting speed golf. Could induce some rage quits. Thin out the field.
That's what happened this week.
Alright. Alright, so here you go. Fourth hole, 464, par 4. I like the color that he's used for the rough. It gives it a really lush look to it. Alright. Alright. Rip that one out there over 300. That'll cut down the hole a little bit. Nice little raised. Green's raised up a little bit. I like that. That's cool. Alright, 151. Up 19. Doesn't look too bad. Ooh, a little short. Ah. Took a big bounce.
I learned my lesson. You have to give the break some respect.
I'm on the wrong side of the hole here. I got 13 down 6.
Yeah, that's
Just tap it. Nope. Look at that thing race away. Sit. Wow.
yeah. You have to really put it in the right spots.
Alright, so there you go. That is Congressional CC Thursday edition. At Rod 81 SEMO. Definitely more by designer. He's got a bunch of nice courses as well here, so you've got plenty to choose from between all the guys here. So let's move on and go to our next course. That is going to be, let me just get to next one, The Rolls of Kohala by Mav78. Let's see if we just do rolls. There you go. Yeah, you don't want showcases, the 3-hole showcase tour, so obviously make sure you do Rolls of Kohala.
Right.
This
Got
is
it.
by Mav78. Let's give this one a little look-see. See what we got. This looks good from the start. Just to get a quick look. Guys, thanks for joining in chat. Also, let's see, Inquila 1978, Jerry N220, Stay Puff 39. Thanks, guys. Alright, so as we go to, here we go, The Rolls of Kohala by Mav78. Countryside, I think. Looking at
Yes.
the background.
It's definitely countryside.
Alright.
So you got any more information from HB that you want to leak?
What info do I have to leak?
Give us an exclusive, a reward for all your loyal viewers.
What info do I have to leak? There might be a new Rustic course coming out in the next few days.
That's world exclusive.
There you go. You heard it here first, people.
Someone might design a golf course.
I don't really have anything exciting at the moment. Like I said, design contest going on. Check that out. Real golf info. Like I said, I'll hopefully have an intro for you guys for the PGA Golf Coach. I had a chat with him last week. Very nice. He's putting together some video and some articles as we speak, so we can have a look. But I think it's gonna be fun. He said, I mean, it's, obviously he's busy with that type of stuff, but he might even be able to do once in a while have somebody post their swing, and he could do. He has a certain app that he told me about. I haven't downloaded it yet, but if you use this app, it gives you like the perfect angles. You could put like the lines to show you the angles of your swing and all that stuff. So you might be able to do that once in a while for some people.
Oh, okay.
That would be really cool.
Is there a way to upgrade your clubs or golf balls?
No.
There never will be.
No. I mean, never say never, but I don't think so. I think.
You'll be able to. There'd be like you can change. Perhaps in the future you might be able to change the aesthetics of them, but they won't be like Powerball or anything.
Oh, no. Definitely not. No. That's a different golf game. Any kind of changes in clubs or balls, like you said, will strictly be aesthetic, as far as I know. And I could end up seeing maybe new clubs, like the hybrids that we mentioned. That
Yeah,
could end up seeing that type of thing, but
those are in the rules of golf.
Mhm.
You know.
yeah, but we won't see gloves that give you an extra 10% power and stuff. That's never going to happen. Nor should it. Missed it. Alright, so this is hole number 2 at the Rolls of Kohala. This is by Mav78. It's looking good so far. I like it.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay.
Have to
Q deck. Am I very late? Not too late. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
pick a course for speed golf this week.
Maybe
So
something you're viewing today or playing. You never know.
Exactly. Try and pick a designer who I haven't picked yet. After 28 weeks,
Mhm.
different designers. You're not running out by any stretch of imagination.
No. But there's some courses are definitely speed golf courses, and some courses aren't, and that's fine. I mean, not everything has to fit into each mold like that. All right, so we've just been playing some. I call it the designer showcase. We've played 4 holes from a few courses so far. Just got a couple more to go, and then I'm going to jump back into the designer and show what I've been doing on my rustic course. I did a stream on Monday, I think it was, and oh man, I killed that putt. I built out the first 4 or 5 holes or so, and then I figured out where the rest of the front 9 was going to lay out, and I've been busy. So I've got a bunch more holes laid out, and I think I've figured out where the back 9's going to lay out now. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek on that one as well. All right, so final hole here that we're going to play, Rolls at Kohala, short par 4. Looks like it's out to the right, so I want to kind of hit this right up the middle, let the wind take it over. Jack says, well, sometimes it feels like I'm playing with a golf club from 2 centuries ago and love to buy a titanium driver. That is more the amateur golfer in this game. You're not a PGA pro, so that's why your distances you're not going to see 300-yard carries all the time, only when the wind allows for it. Oh, come on back. Ooh, not bad. Adam Hill says, pick me for a speed golf.
Well, there's a thread on the TGCT forums. If you want to throw a course into the ring, in the hat, all that stuff.
There you go. Alright, so that was the Rolls of Kohala by Mav78. So let's move on here to next course. We're going to check out Southern Hills by Storm Golf. This has kind of been RCR day, I guess.
Apparently.
Because the last course is actually based off of one as well. Southern Hills Country Club. Right there at the top. I just searched by Southern. You pull it right up at the top.
Yeah, I got
it. Q Day. Are you planning to release any new themes? If so, How's it going to be? Last I heard, there's a March update coming, and I believe there should be another theme
Oh,
in that update.
Martian theme,
Say
lunar theme.
Lunar theme? Yeah, the Mars theme. I don't know what it is. It is actually. It's not in my build yet. I keep checking,
Oh.
but I haven't seen it, so it's a mystery to me as well.
What would you like to see?
Oh,
If you were in charge of HP and you said, "Build me this theme," what would it be?
I would like to see, based on the fact that I've been there many times and played many of the courses, but in Myrtle Beach, the low country, that look with the old oaks with the Spanish moss hanging and things, like a southern coastal theme, that would probably be my choice. How about you? What would you like to see?
I don't know. I just asked the questions.
Oh, you don't expect to give answers. Okay. How about chat? What themes would you guys want to see?
I like to see.
I know that the city, sort of a city theme, has been mentioned with people, buildings, which a few people have actually made, which are pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, like a Parkland type.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've not played so many golf courses in my life. They all tend to be pretty similar,
Yeah.
like an urban-ish.
That's what Royce said. He said urban or city. QQ links with default high grass would be cool. Or a safari theme. What kind of thing? I mean, animals? Like, what would a safari theme entail? I'm not sure.
African style.
All right. Adam says, my Highland Wi-Fi has caused a great deal of buffering. The adverts play smooth as silk, though. Yeah, I don't know. It could be the ads are in lower quality as to what I'm streaming in or something. I don't really know how that changes. Sorry about that. All right. Royce says, think like jungle or Africa. Okay. Hey Mello, how's it going? Thanks for joining in. We're just doing some designer showcase. We've played about 4 so far. This is Southern Hills by Storm Golf, and then we're going to check out Tobacco Dunes, the newer version by KCK Fire. And then I'm going to jump over and show you the progress I've made on the rustic course that I've been working on. I don't like this chip. I think it's going to be short, but let's try it. Alright, well, actually it wasn't too bad. Maybe a TPC Scottsdale desert type with more cactus variety and sand as the default texture. Hey Els, how's it going? So I've heard good things about this course. Yep, this was recently published by Storm Golf. Looks good. Again, I'm not a... The next one I'll comment quite a bit on the next course because I've played it a number of times in real life. But Southern Hills, I'm not really familiar with it much at all.
I think the latest texture update has really helped designers be able to mix and match different types of surfaces and create different looks.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that in the designer and I was able to play with it, I mean, as I was saying on my stream, I was saying it's a game changer because I mean it brought the biggest one is desert. I think. I mean that just completely changed the way the desert look is going.
Yes.
I mean I did a real lush looking course, and I know Driver T Mariner 175. He's doing a desert course, and there's been a few others that have come out. So. Mello, which courses have you done so far? Nope, this is the 5th out of 6, actually. We did Trump Turnberry, the Elsa course. Mike's new course, Talina Forest, Congressional. What else did we do? The rolls at Kohala, and this one's Southern Hills, and then the last one's going to be Tobacco Dunes this Sunday. That's the new version that KCK Fire put out. That is based off of Tobacco Road down here in North Carolina. And well, we'll talk about that when we play it, but I actually beta tested that for him, and pretty amazing, considering he had never been there. Adam Hill said revetted bunkers. Yeah, that would be very cool. Maybe a wasteland marsh theme. That could be cool.
What he really needs to do is just add some more textures, different kinds of colours and things.
And that's part of what. I'm sorry, I'm way behind you. That's kind of like a marsh theme is kind of what I was referring to when saying the southern U.S. coastal is very marshy, and it's got the Spanish moss and old oaks with the Spanish moss hanging down and everything, but it's a lot of marshes and things, and that would kind of tie together. Mel, have you played Mike's new course? We did today. Yep, Talina Forest. We just been playing the first 4 holes, but we did. That was one of the ones we touched on. Pretty amazing looking, so I look forward to going back to play that one. Els, we've got a good show tonight. Prefer me to score the highest ever. Uh-oh. Canuck has played Mike's new course. Hey, it's one of the best ever. It's pretty darn good. He did a really good job with that one.
Oh, I equal
You moved on. All right, so that was. Oh, look at that. We'll show that scorecard on the stream there.
Hold out from 100 yards.
Nice. All right, so there you go. There is the first 4 at Southern Hills Country Club. That's by Storm Golf. Definitely go out and give that one a play. Check out more by a designer, like I always say. All of these guys. It's not their first rodeo, so make sure you see what else they've done so far. All right, so last one here is Tobacco Dunes. If you just do Tobacco, you'll get Tobacco Dunes Sunday. I'll just do the Sunday version. He did the original was Tobacco Dunes, and then he just did a Thursday through Sunday, and I think he said in the forums that he revamped a few things. I'm not 100% sure exactly what updates he made to it.
He will have to change the Friday version if he wants it on tour.
Oh, why?
Oh no. Yes, different car. They want to be the same car.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. Do you think there might be some new retaining walls coming? I know that was something they wanted to work on, but I have not heard anything about new retaining walls. Just touching on what is new, I know Paul posted in the forums today that he is going to look at the water textures and see if he can maybe add some things in. He said he didn't do the water, so he doesn't know what's involved and how it was programmed, that type of stuff, but he's going to look into that type of stuff. But I mean, he gave that caveat that he doesn't really know what can be done, but there might be something coming down the road. So there you go. There's a little exclusive, although that was posted in the forum, so it's not really not really breaking too much news. Let me just do a couple of catch up on chat here. I'll catch up to you. Do you think there might be some new retaining walls? We did that. I think it would be really helpful if the retaining walls could be adjusted in height. Yeah, that would be cool. The other thing I'd love to see is to see them snap together, but that's a whole different request. El said bad job. Ace made Malka Jigosh Gig made the Boreal look marshy. That was so well done. Yep, that was a great par 3. Jackson, for new design inspirations, look at World Golf Tour and PC. They use real photos. Oh, interesting. Alright, so this is Tobacco Dunes. This is a revamped version by KCK Fire. Now this course it's a recreation of sorts. I know it's not perfect. I don't think he had the green info, so I think he took a few liberties. But he had never actually played this course, just saw it, pictures or what have you, and it is extremely, extremely well done for someone who had never seen it. I've played it a bunch of times, and this first hole doesn't even do it justice, because when you look out there, there's two mounds here on left and right. These are probably about 60 feet high. There's two just huge dunes. When you look out there, the fairway looks just like it does here. It looks like it's about 6 feet wide when you look out there. Mike Strands is the real life designer. Unfortunately, he passed away, but the guy was absolute genius, and all of his courses, everything is visual intimidation. I mean, when you get on this first tee, you look out there and you say, what the heck? There's nowhere to hit the ball. But just like here, when you get behind the mounds, the fairway just opens up, and it's like a 100-yard wide fairway out there behind the mounds. But he's definitely captured that with the course. I mean, it used to be in an old sand quarry, and so there's waste bunkers just everywhere, all over this course. It's just a very rugged course. There are no rakes or bunkers, none of that type of stuff. It's just lots of grassy areas and hills and things. It's just a really wild looking course.
Be a good course for the True Sim crowd.
That would be quite tough. Because you can't see this. I mean, so much of it is just, you have to trust what's out there, at least in real life. You cannot see all this stuff in real life. You're just saying, okay, it says there's a fairway out there, so I'm going to trust it, and I'm going to hit my shot.
Hope you're pointing the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I was at the time, but 5, 6 handicap, something like that. The first time I ever played it, I shot 78. So, I mean, I played really well, but it is scoreable. You could do it, but like I said, you got to trust your swing and just say, all right, even though I can't see the fairway over this sand dune and everything, it's there, and you just gotta play it. So, like I said, first hole, very well done. I mean, the first time I played this, he had asked me to beta test it, and my brother and I played it. My brother had the yardage book from the actual course, and even he was quite impressed with how well he did this course. But it's just like this. There's this huge mound on the right on 2. That's there. You hit over this massive bunker. It's a huge long carry over this thing, and it's very well done. Alright, so like I said, the greens, I don't think he had access to any of the greens, so I'm fairly certain he said that he kind of took some liberties with that.
No, they seem alright.
Yeah, I mean, just like, I think in terms of real course, the real course, I don't think the green is exactly the way they are here in terms of slopes and things, but for in-game purposes, they're good. This is the type of course where in this game you're going to look at it and say, that's ridiculous, like that's impossible. It's not. It is exactly what he's done. I mean, the 13th hole in real life, there it plays out and makes a 90-degree turn. It goes up the hill, and then there's these 2 huge mounds that sit right in front of the green. I mean, literally, I'm not even sure you could see any part of the green. There's like a little gap, and it's just all rugged on these mountains. And then the back, there's a big hill behind it. So the green is actually like in this bowl with like a 20-foot high flagstick. I mean, not that high, but maybe it's like a 15-foot high flagstick. So if the pin is to the far left, I don't even know if you can see the flag, but if someone just made that in this game, you'd say that's ridiculous, but it exists. I'm telling you, this guy he was a maniac. The stuff he came up with, it was just incredible. And if you have the chance, for some reason I think I got an email saying they were redoing their website, but if you look up Tobacco Road and look at the pictures, and you'll just see how wild this course is. I'm sure hopefully they've put the pictures up on their website again now that they've redone it.
It certainly seems to be a favourite of designers to to try and recreate this course.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving on. This is the fourth hole. It's a par 5. It doglegs around to the left, and as you can see, just like it is here, there's that huge waste bunker all the way down. So you try and put your tee shot as far left as possible, and then it gives you a chance to maybe reach the green in 2. But even if you get to the far left, you got to it's about 200 yards to carry the entire waste bunker to get to the green. He's done.
Par 5 though.
Yeah, it's par 5. But he's done pretty good job for what he had to work with. All right, so we are approaching the final green. Oh, this is gonna kick hard. Over. Mello says, I want to go play golf in Carolina. Yeah, come on out. I'll take you around to a couple of courses. Yeah, it's great. There's a lot of really nice courses down here, especially Pinehurst area. Obviously, I mean that's really nice. And you don't have to play. I mean, Pinehurst is very expensive. I mean, $300-400. But there's a lot of nice courses around it, so you don't have to pay that kind of money if you don't want to. Then if you do Myrtle Beach, which is South Carolina, right on the coast, I mean there's got to be 80-90 courses within 60 miles. Not all are great, but there's a lot of good courses. So just now that this is coming up, I'll touch on this one. This 5th hole, it is wild. You can actually drive from this is the back tees, but from the one tee box closer, you can actually drive this. But it looks exactly like this. It's just miles of waste bunker, just all crazy. And you can either go the long route where you can hit maybe a hybrid or something, lay it out here to the right, and then you have that shot across, or you can try and drive it. And just like it is here, you've got this bit of fairway that goes up on top, up onto the green. So it's quite.
I drove that patch of fairway.
Yeah, you can do that in real life. That's exactly. It does looks just like that. But anyway, all right, guys. So that is the design showcase. Just to recap, what did we play? We played Trump Turnberry, New Elsa, the Sunday version by Colin Mafia. We played Talina Pines by Mike 3000, Congressional by Rod 81 Simo, Rolls of Kohala by Mav 78, Southern Hills by Storm Golf, and that was Tobacco Dunes, the Sunday version by KCK Fire. I'll definitely go out and give them all a play. Why not?
Why not, indeed?
Yeah, hopefully you saw, at least a few courses that you thought looked good, and maybe you go out and give them a play. Oh, Mello says he got disconnected. Oh, he said Han is making an RCR of the Belfry. Emailed them for info, and the head greenskeeper asked if he wanted an on-site inspection. I thought that was pretty cool. Wow, that is really cool. See, you never know. You never know. Send a message and tell them what you're doing, and maybe they'll let you take a card out or something. And you got to tell them you want to make it as perfect as possible, so you need to see the whole course. Speaking of that, I'll give you a quick story. Going back to that Tobacco Road course, Tobacco Dunes in this game. I was driving with my wife down to Pinehurst, and we were coming back, and I said, I want to stop in and see this course. I'd heard a lot about it, and I played his other courses in Myrtle Beach, that same designer. And so we stopped in, and I went into the pro shop and just said, I just stopped in. I'd heard a lot about your course, and it looks wild. And they actually said, do you want to take a cart out and just drive around, check it out? I mean, great customer service. I said, that'd be great. So we just went out, my wife and I took a cart, and we drove out, drove the back 9. And I mean, I was just amazed at what I saw. I couldn't wait to come back. And so we just drove around. We were just chatting with people as we came up to them, as we were driving along. And not many courses, not every course will do that. So that was really cool. And when I got back, I asked the pro shop, I said, what kind of reviews do you get on this course? And the guy said, 4 people will play it, 2 will love it, and 2 will hate it. And the 2 that hate it will come back again with 2 more friends to show them how much they hate it. Thought that was funny. But anyway, so that was the design showcase, guys. So let me jump into the designer here, and I'll show you where the course stands now.
I think I might put this course as Spiegel this week.
Which one?
Tobacco Dunes.
Ooh, nice. That'd be fun.
You should have an advantage, I think. Played it thousands of times.
Played it a few times in real life, maybe 4 or 5 times. Alright, so as you can see, you got a little bit different since the last time we checked in. All of the holes are now laid out where they're going to be. Let's go back down here. So I did a little work around the clubhouse, added a little rock work in there and stuff. Still not done. It's kind of I don't know that I'm going to have a place for driving. Well, I guess I could put it out here or something. Maybe you could do a driving range and things, but we'll see. More importantly to me, to the course. So if we had this done, so 1, par 5, plays out. It's a long par 5, unless you've got a right to left wind and you can really cut it around these trees. I don't know if it's going to be reachable. I kind of built in a little downhill slope here to help you maybe get there, but it's going to be a tough hole to get there in 2. But in case you do, you've got a little collection area down behind, so for anybody who tries to hit 3-wood and comes in hot. So that's number 1. Number 2, par 3. It's 141 on the card, so playing across the water there. So this was done. I think 3 was done as well. 3 is an uphill par 4. Plays all the way up the hill. It's not too long though. You hit a good drive in here and you'll have maybe 100 yards or so. Green is tucked out over to the right. And then I think I was working on this hole on the last stream. I think it was Monday we did. So here was the par 4. So this one plays out and he makes a left-hand turn slightly up the hill. Remember I was working on that, went with that little fence back there, the obligatory fence. But I think I added some more things in, added some more planting and things like that. So that was that. And then at the end of the stream we were just trying to figure out where to lay things out. And I think I had laid out 5 through 9 with just kind of the distance tools. Melis has played a great course in Mexico. Robert Trent Jones, second design. Riviera Maya near Talbot. Nice. I like Robert Trent Jones courses as well. It's usually very playable. So alright, so here is number 5. 5 goes out. Gets a little tighter in here, but it's not too bad. And you do not want to miss left, as you'll be down the hill. That's the first hole back over there. So kind of cool. You can sort of see if you're putting over here. You can sort of see that hole up there. All right, so that is number 5. We'll head on up the staircase to number 6. This was the par 5 that I laid out with the 3 different sections. I don't like the way that turned out. So you'll hit a drive down into here. That is 283. So unless you get a big wind, you might be able to drive this side bunker, but otherwise you're probably going to be in here somewhere. At least you have a 238, and you can actually rip a 3-wood. I'll show you. If you're hitting from here, you should be able to take a 3-wood up and over the trees to get there. So you can just work it around. Oh, I turned it over too much. But so it is reachable. You can take a good shot to get it up and around the trees. Otherwise, you'll be playing that as a 3-shotter, and not the easiest, as you'll be in here somewhere. You'll have to hit it down into the corner down here. But if you place your drive well enough, you can actually turn it around and in there. And by the hole, if you can get it somewhere near the hole, you get a great eagle opportunity, as it's not too sloped, but you also run the risk of going over the back, and it's all light rough, so if you hit it over this green, you could be in trouble.
Get rid of the fence.
No, I never put a fence there.
No, it's,
That was the other hole. That was on five. Yeah. No, five. Nope, four. Where's four? Here you go. That
I
was.
don't know. I'm 20 seconds behind on the stream.
Ah. Yeah. Sign just showing there. I'm kind of sitting on it now. The fourth hole had the fence back there behind it. That was the par four.
Oh yeah, I quite like having some uphill approach shots into the green.
Yeah, I have. It's actually quite a few on this course. There's a
I
number.
know. I noticed. That's why I said.
Yeah, so that one, I'm actually four. No, one, two, three is definitely uphill. Four is uphill. Five, not so much. The approach shot into sixes. So here, I mean, you're down at the bottom down here. It's up 20 feet. So that'll play uphill as well. And then here was seven. This was the par three that basically just laid itself out. I mean, I just saw this piece of property and said, "Oh, all right, there it is, par three, right down the hill." That little piece of green here was sticking out. This little piece of land. I mean, it was just asking for a green to be placed on it. So that is 187 down the hill. That's actually pretty severe down. Not severe, but 50 feet down the hill. So that's a pretty long shot down the hill. I reworked a little bit of the stuff in the background here, so I kind of made that into a little bit of an island and made the water go around the back side of that. So I did a little bit of sculpting here and there, but
Making me want to go into designer, Keith.
aha, there we go. Did this little staircase. I really liked this little curved staircase that fit into the hill and goes back up to the tee box. So that is number 7. Number 8. 430. Thanks, Mello. He says, looking great. Like the uphill approaches too. Makes it feel more realistic. Like no course ever has 18 downhill holes. Oh, I know. That's what I was saying before with Mike Mike's course. It's very tough to get that uphill, especially with bunkers that are right by the green, and make it look good. I try and study the way he did that. So this is number 8. So 430 comes out. It tightens up a little bit here if you want to try and stretch out your drive. That's 277 a range or so. I mean, you can definitely got more space down in here if you want. Obviously, going to leave you with a little bit longer, but again, up 28. So this is actually playing uphill as well. Got a couple of bunkers on either side. And then we go to number 9 here. Number 9, if with a wind coming from left to right, is going to make this a little bit tougher because of that tree there, but I tried to make the fairway out a little farther to the right, so you do have space. It is pretty wide out in here, so if you don't hit it all that long, and then it'll narrow up a little bit. So you got a couple of bunkers to deal with. Good tee shot will leave you with about 180 in. Nice little fence here so you don't drive your cart off the cliff. We don't want any fatalities on the course. And then, what I really liked, what I played with in the back, which I've talked about before, is that, you know, it's not just the 20 feet, 20 yards around the hole, it's everything else too. So I tried to do that here. As you'll see when you go to hit your shot in, you'll get a nice view. So we'll just go with that. But you'll see over the green as your ball comes in here. We'll follow it in, and then there you go. Get a little view of the clubhouse and down to the 10th tee down there. So you see a little bit. There's more visual stuff behind the green that catches your eye as you play that shot in there. So
Oh yeah, that's good.
that was my idea for that, to try and bring in some more things. And that's the cool part too of making holes that are next to each other or near each other's. When you get things like that, the ball's traveling. You're kind of getting visuals of other parts of the course. I don't know. You don't really see it, but from this view, you can't really tell. But if I follow it across the water, that's actually the 13th green over here. It's a little too far away, really, to tell what's going on. But anyway, so that's the front 9, and then you come to the back 9 here. Number 10 is par 4. You come out. Got to negotiate the bunkers. Again, plenty of space in here if you want to just hit 3-wood. Only leave you 166. If you get too far left, you'll be dealing with that pine on the corner there, but if you want to challenge it with the driver, you can take it up into here, 280 range or so. Obviously, it's going to narrow in for you. And then your approach comes into number 10. That is number 12 will be back here, so I'm not sold on this tree just yet. I'm going to see how that 12th green turns out. But still, it might be kind of cool, as you'll, even with the tree there, maybe you might still leave it. You'll get a kind of a sneak peek. You'll see something back there, so maybe that'll stay. So that's number 10. And number 11 here. Long par 4. It does play a little downhill. But this will be one of the longest par 4s, I think, on the course. Green I sort of made the fairway slope. It's got a little bit of a slope from right to left, so if you do hit up in here, it should kick you out more towards the center, so you can get the view around the corner. I don't know, into the wind, or into a strong wind, could be a little difficult, but again, I'm not going to design the course based on the chance you might get a 20-mile-an-hour headwind. But if you did, maybe you hit it 240, you can still, I mean, you'd have to hit a draw around the trees, but like I said, that's going to be more rare than it is common, so you might just have to force yourself to hit it out to the left side to make sure you can get around. But anyway, so that comes out, and then you're going to play around again. It's another sort of the theme here, I guess, of this course is another uphill approach, slightly uphill. Yep, some bunkers there. I'll come up into that green. This was the one I was working on just before, earlier today, so not 100% sure if the green is gonna stay as is, but maybe I don't want to make it too severe a green because of the distance of the hole, so that might stay that way. It's still got a little bit of break around the cup, but I was busy planting. As you can see, I did a bunch of planting up there. Like I said before, different angles. So if you're putting from this side, you get a nice little planting bed up there. If you're coming in from the straight view, over this way, something visual. There's nothing that way, but 3 out of 4 is not too bad. So, and you're going to come up to here. It's 12. This one I haven't touched yet. So get kind of a cool view to be able to see out to the left. You'll see 11 over here, so it's kind of neat. 12. We'll come out. This all needs to be sculpted. I'm not sure. I'm looking at from the 12th tee. That's 313 yards. I'm going to sculpt that down, but I may leave that. So if you really smoke a drive or it's really downwind, you'll have to think twice about running out of room into the water. And then, of course, this needs to come down. All of that needs to be sculpted in here. But that is the idea there. 12 will come out and then kind of dog to the left a little bit, across the water, up into there. And then I did actually build 13 because I had built 10 here. And I wanted to just, I was kind of sculpting the land over here, and I kind of sculpted into the tee box of 13. So I said, all right, let me build it. So this became par 3 with a huge hill here that you cannot come up short. So there's a big slope up to carry up, a little bit of water. It's a long hole, 212, so you got a lot of room to work with. You do have a little bit of a backboard behind the pin, so I was hitting the 207, lofting up a little bit. If you hit the front of the green, you'll keep it down in this section. So that is 13. Like I said, you can see across well, the clubhouse is behind those trees across the water there, but get a little bit of view. 18 is actually over there. I'll show you that. Alright, so that is 13. Hi Colin, how's it going? Mello asks, do you have any courses in the works, Fusion?
No. I did do a 3-hole course for the design competition a while back, which was before all the texture updates. So I might go back and redo that.
Yeah.
Probably start again from scratch. Just use some of the feedback that I got, which wasn't much. It was just all I heard was it's the most perfect course in the game. So
how do you improve on that?
Exactly. But I'm going to try my best.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, even if you just go back and tinker once in a while, and maybe down the road,
try and make a hole a week or something.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so this is 14. 14 is 360 right now. The funny part is it's a par. I may leave it. It's par 71. I actually realize I only have one par 5 on the back, but I don't know. I may leave it that way. We'll see. I could always stretch out one of the holes, maybe 15 or something. But so this idea here is to play out. I don't know. I got to figure out what to do here because this is only one. It's only 200 to the end of the fairway. You could. Well, that's 251. So I mean, if you want to try, and I don't know, I have to figure out what to do. I may cut the water farther out. I don't want 312. I mean, what? I don't know. I never actually measured this. Let's take a look and see. What is it from? I mean, I don't want to have a million drivable hole. Oh, yeah, it's 3. All right, so it's 300 to carry. 300 to carry the water straight to the green. Let's see. I'm going to play with this one and see. I might make it. Yeah, it's 246. I may cut this water back a little more. Maybe cut it in like right in here and kind of cut this back. Let's see if I add to this. If I cut it to the other side of the tree, there's another 30 yards, so what did I say? 246. I mean, that would be 276 to there, so that's a possibility. Could do that. Leave this out. Fairway. I don't know. Is that kind of lame though? I don't know. I have to figure that one out. I don't think anybody's going to want to just hit a 4-iron off the tee, but if I make it so that there's a chance to drive it across, that could be interesting.
Yeah, you can have one hole on the course where driver's not automatic.
That's true.
Iron.
I may do that. Maybe I'll do that. I'll cut this back a little bit more, so make it not a guarantee that you can drive it, but maybe if you're downwind, you could drive it. If you're into the wind, you're not going to drive it. If it's into the wind, you got to hit it over to this side, and then that'll leave you a shot across. The green will be sitting right on the water there. So that's an idea for that. All right, and then 15. This is the hole, I guess, if I wanted to make it a par 72. It's only 6,900 yards. Which is a par 71 is, that's not bad, because if it was a 72, you got to figure you're adding on another 100 yards or so that would put it up over 7,000 for a par 72. But I got plenty of room back here, so I could make 15 a par 5 if I want to. But I haven't cleared anything, so that's gonna play. I mean, I could play around with that. I like to take this. I like to take this tool. Take the big long hot dog here and just kind of take out some trees to create your visual to the green and see. And then like I saw in the last video, I kind of like to run the course in the image here with the camera, sort of. I mean, I could take it straight up this way, or could actually make the hole go out this way, and then have that as your approach. I don't know. Let's see. What's the distance here? I could do that. And that'd be 260, 270. There's 270. And then if we add on there, over to the green, somewhere in that range, that's 220. Well, that's 480. That's 490 right there. That could be interesting. I could pull this tee box back, make it a par 5, add on. If I added on 40 yards or so, that's going to bring you back to about here. That could be an interesting look. Column obviously Turnberry, New Alston, Thursday to Sunday, all done. It's Trump's new layout. Proud of it now completed. Feedback you will like. Yep, we actually played the first 4 at the Sunday version. Played it at the beginning of the stream as sort of doing a little designer showcase. Alright, so if I did that, what does this look like if we cut out those trees? If we cut these trees out here. So if I did that, brought it back to a par 5, you'd land somewhere in here. Could be interesting. You're welcome. That could be interesting. I'd have to sculpt it down. I'd probably lower this down. Lower this area down. Make it maybe a slightly downhill shot. Okay. That might be the way to go there. Maybe I'll take it out left. Make it a dogleg right, but then you'll be kind of coming over this. This could be... I could make that more of like a cliff sort of feature and then flatten it right up in here. Like up in... Oh. I could flatten here. More like that. So do something like this. Something like that in here, and then you'd be looking at that kind of a shot. Possible, possible. That's still something to figure out. So that'll be 15, 16. It's going to be a little par 3 right across the water. Fairly short hole. Might probably move this over a little bit, but that could maybe I'll make retaining wall there, front the green or around the side, or do something. So that 16 is gonna be short though. It'll be a short little par 3, and then 17 here. Actually, let's do this. I meant to do this before. Let's do some clearing in our trees. We'll leave that tree for now, in case we want to incorporate it in. And this has not been sculpted at all either, so you get the idea. But this is going to be a par 5. So that'll be your tee shot. This will be flattened. But again, most of this will play along the water. Same thing, out to the left, and then that's kind of the look I was looking for with this. So let's cut this. Just make sure there's nothing else there. Okay. Lower that down in there. There you go. So that, just looking from the tee box, you'll be 250, somewhere in this range. Alright, and that'll be your look for your approach. So it'll play all along the water. Green, probably extend it out to the left more. Alright, and then 18 I actually built. Alright, Mello, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. This is 18. I actually built out 18. It's going to be a drivable par 4 in the right conditions, but if you, this tree is just there for effect. That tree will have no effect on your tee shot. If you want to hit it out this way, you can hit it out into here pretty easily. There's a little fairway that bumps out. You can fit it in here pretty easily with the 3-wood, but it's a very risky shot here because you've got water that cuts in front and then a little creek that goes around the back side of the green. Sort of a... My daughter hysterical in the background about something. She's laughing at my design skills, I guess. I don't know. So
Probably.
yeah, I don't know why she wouldn't be. So anyway, so this goes down into a bowl, and the pin sits precariously back there, so quite risky if you want to go for it. I'll show you in... Of course, this is designer wind, and hard part is it's hole 18, so it's very tough to test with regular wind because I've got to play the entire course, and the course isn't built, so the holes 13 through 17 are brutal because you're just constantly hitting through heavy rough and trees and all that stuff. But so anyway, this is the look if you hit 3-wood. You can just take it right down here. You just got to figure out distance. It is a little bit downhill, but easy birdie birdie. Although the pin sits up on that little slope there, so you do have to take a little care into that shot. But you want to get it right up on the top up there like that, and then Shouldn't be too bad for your bird to finish, but it could be interesting if it's thinking about playing a match or something into that hole. Someone might want to try and drive it to go for the eagle. Not the easiest of shots to get the eagle on, but now again, the wind will definitely play quite a factor in how you approach the hole. So if you hit driver, you could kind of come up through this gap in here, maybe turn it over a little bit. Now you take it. You got that tree to contend with. Tough. So even there, I'm driving it over the green. So downwind, make it very tough. But now the problem is you come back and you got to be pretty delicate with your shot, otherwise you're going down the other side. There you go. You hit that a little too far and it's going to go down the slope, and suddenly, you know, that birdie is not guaranteed. So it makes it interesting if you want to try and drive it. So there you go. That is where the rustic course sits so far. What I've got about 12, 13 holes pretty much done. There's a few, like I haven't done, well, I still have number 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes really. 13 are basically done. But yeah, of course I'll have to go back and look to see if I want to add anything, plantings and things like that, but for the most part, the bones of those holes are done. Got the basic layout, just need to sculpt and put in some of the other stuff. 14 and 15 are the two big decisions that I still have to make. Everything else I think is pretty set the way it's going to play out. I just have to decide here on 14. How much to cut there? I think I'll cut some of that so it's not a guarantee that you can drive it straight towards the green. And then 15, which I'm starting to like playing out to the left out there like that. And then having that approach maybe across a cliff of some sort, or so. Anyway, that is the rustic course. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe in another week. Most depends. See how much time I have to finish up that one, but getting there.
You got a name for it?
The rustic course.
It's about in line with the rest of your names, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I think hard about the names, kind of come up with something really nice, but no, that's my work in progress name. I always just name it the theme, because sometimes I'll have multiple courses going, so I know which theme it is. And but I like to, after I'm done, I like to, I don't know, that's kind of my thing. After I'm done, then I think about the name and let the course try and maybe come up with a name for me, and look at, sometimes I'll go with like the desert course, the Tarantula Club. I just looked up deserts and try and see what's native to that type of theme, and I don't think I'll be able to do that with rustic. I'll have to come up with some kind of name, but I don't know. No name at the moment.
Well, looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, getting there. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't hit the follow button, please do so. That would be great. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Post any comments, I'll try and answer them.
Check out tgctours.com if you haven't already for all your competitive TGC needs.
Yeah, lots of different options. Regular play, you've got True Sim if you like that. Speed Golf if you want to give that a try. So lots of different things.
Yeah, posted week 29, literally 1 minute ago.
Ooh,
so.
Nice. So look forward to that. Check out the guys tonight, TGCT Live. They've got special guest, the CLV. So definitely want to hear. I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. I mean, I'm sure they'll talk to him about his design sort of philosophies and what he thinks about. So that'll be really cool. Always interesting to hear, how some of the top designers go about their work, and get some good courses. I think Yeti is. I think he's premiering a course, a 9-holer. So I look forward to that.
That's 7:15 Eastern.
Right, 7:15 Eastern time for anybody that's interested. So definitely tune in.
12:15 GMT.
Yeah.
Little late for me.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Yeah,
Used to be alright. now I have to get up in the morning.
Real world is called.
Yeah.
It's knocked on your door and said, okay. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Fusion, for joining me. That was good.
Yep. Anytime.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.
See ya.